So today I want to talk specifically about generosity. And I want to show you that generosity is more than just a good deed. It's a design, it's how God created us to live open-handed and not like tight-fisted. And Jesus tells this story in Matthew 25 about what happens when we learn to trust God with what we have. Now, by the way, I've started something fun over the past 3 weeks of Friend Zone, right? Instead of just me rambling through the Bible passage, okay, the youth know what's coming to them already. I'll have volunteers to come out to act out. So it's gonna be fun, okay? So for today's passage, right, I would like to have 3 volunteers. Okay, and I promise you, you're gonna have something great after volunteering. 3 volunteers. Darius, what? Oh, he volunteered people. Okay, Darius, who? Wei Hao, Kang Roy. Okay, come on. Okay, not everybody know you guys. Okay, just stand here. Can. Not everybody know you guys, right? So maybe just introduce yourself, right? Maybe your name and your school, okay?
Hi, I'm Darius from Anderson's Rangoon Junior College.
Yeah, he's taking his A-levels this year, okay.
Hi, I'm Wei Hao. I'm from Jurong Secondary School.
Hi, I'm Kang Wei from Evergreen Secondary School.
Okay, so Kang Wei, Wei Hao, and Darius, okay? So, there's only one thing I'm gonna ask of you guys, right? It's just to give your 100% to act, okay? Okay, so now let me give the 3 of you decide, right? A, B, or C. He's like, what are you looking at? Oh. C.
Okay,
A. B. Okay. So, I'm going to tell you what's happening next, okay? So, there are 4 characters in this story, okay? There's a master and servant, but take it lightly, okay? I'm the master and the narrator. One of you is servant A, one of you is servant B, one of you is servant C. Okay, and no worries, there'll be prompt for you you need to say something. Okay, so Matthew 25 verse 14, okay? This is the parable of the talents, okay? So verse 14, I'm going to start off with this, right? And as I read, we're going to act it out. So just follow accordingly. So it says, the kingdom of heaven is like a man, okay, with me, okay, who was living on a trip. I'm going for holiday. So he called his servants, Darius, Wei Hao, and Kang Wei, and handed his possessions over to them. Okay? So to one, okay, who's servant A, he gave 5 valuable coins, okay? Okay, there volunteer is good, huh? He gave 5 valuable coins. Okay, he's smiling already. And to another, he gave 2. Who's servant B? Okay, he gave 2. Okay, so here's $2.
Thank you.
Okay, and to another, he gave 1. He looks so sad. Okay, so wait, how you have 1? Okay, but cool. Okay, so he gave to each servant according to the servant's abilities. Okay, then he left on his journey. Bye-bye. Okay, just kidding. Okay, I'm back. Now, okay, imagine that 3 people, 3 different amounts. One gets 5 coins, one gets 2, one gets 1. And then the boss leaves, right? Now, what happens is that 2 of them went to start trading, working, investing. They make more money, right? But one went to bury his money on the ground. So let's get to that. So let's try that. So servant A and B. Okay, y'all stand on this side. Y'all are investment group. Wow. Then you will hide your money on the ground, put it on the floor. Awesome, okay. Now, verse 19, after a long time, the master of those servants returned and settled accounts with them. Now, okay, first person is 5 coins. Who has 5 coins? You. Okay, the one who had received 5 valuable coins came forward. Okay, come to me. You can take 5 more there. You are invested, so you gain 5 more. Wow, he feels rich now. Okay, but sorry, it's my money, right? So he came forward with 5 additional coins and he said,
Master, you gave me 5 valuable coins. Look, I've gained 5 more.
Look. Wow, okay, amazing. Now, his master replied, I'm going to say this. Okay, next one. Excellent. Okay, you are good and faithful servant. Okay, he feels proud now. You've been faithful over little, I'll put you in charge of much. Come, celebrate with me. Yay! Okay, thank you. Okay, move backwards first. Now, the one who had received the second servant also came forward and said, am I going to the correct place? Oh, yes, correct. Investment club. Next person come in. Okay, so second servant also came forward and said,
Master, you gave me...
More passion, okay.
Master, you gave me 2 valuable coins. Look, I've gained 2 more.
Awesome. So his master replied, well done. Okay, you are a good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over little. I'll put you in charge of much. There's a screen there. Come, celebrate with me. Yay! So here is the party club. Okay, we'll come to you already. Okay. So now the one who had received 1 valuable coin. Okay, where you hide your coin? Okay, pick it up. He came and he said, okay, this one, drama club, right? Okay, ready?
Master, I knew that you are a hard man. You harvest grain where you haven't sown. You gather crops where you haven't spread seed. So I was afraid, and I hid my valuable coin in the ground. Here, you have what's yours.
Okay, so I'll take, okay? Aura plus 1,000, okay? So his master replied, okay, this is my reply to you. You evil and lazy servant. You knew that I harvest grain where I haven't sown and that I gathered crops where I haven't spread seed. In that case, you should have turned my money over to the bankers so that when I have returned, at least got 10 cents more. You could give me what belonged to me with interest. Okay? And the master ends with a powerful line in verse 29. Okay? Those who have much more will receive more, and they will have more than they need. But as for those who don't have much, even the little bit they have will be taken away from them. Okay, so just give them a round of applause. Now your reward is that you all can get to keep the coins. He's shocked. Okay, by the end of today, I hope the message convinced you that, to be generous as well, huh? Awesome. Now, Jesus told this story not to teach about money management, like the investment club, but then you don't invest, that kind of thing. He was teaching about trust. Because generosity is not how much you hold, it's about how you handle what's in your hand. You see, the 2 servants, right, Kang Wei and Darius, right, saw their coins as opportunities. Right? One saw as his risk. Wei Hao saw it as a risk. And that's the same difference we see today between people who live with faith and people who live with fear. Because faith says that I can build something with this, with my coins. Fear says I might lose this, so I must quickly save it, right? Hide it. So that's why generosity changes everything. It flips the script on how you see wealth, and it reveals what's really in your heart. So as we continue today, I want to show you what happens when generosity becomes a way of life, not just a one-time act. Because when you choose to live generously, you don't just change someone else's situation, you change yourself. And that brings me to the title of today's message, The Giver's Gift. Because when you give, God gives something back to you in your character, in your wisdom, and your heart. So I have 3 points for you today. And the first is generosity changes how you see wealth. So let me start again from the story, right? In Matthew 25, okay, in case you didn't catch it. Verse 14, the kingdom of heaven is like a man who was leaving on a trip. He called his servants and handed his possessions over to them. To one he gave 5 valuable coins, and to another he gave 2, and to another he gave 1. He gave to each servant according to that servant's abilities. So 3 servants, 3 different amounts, same master, same opportunity. 2 of them went out and multiplied what they had. 1 buried in the ground because he was afraid. And the master didn't praise the ones who had more. He praised the ones who used what they had well. And that's the heart of point 1, is that generosity changes how you see wealth. You stop seeing what you have as something that you always have to protect and start seeing it as something you can produce with. You see, when Jesus told this parable, the coins were worth years of wages back then. Right? It wasn't small money. It represented trust. The master was saying, I'm giving you something valuable, use it, grow it, make it count. And that's what God does with us too. He gives each of us something, time, energy, your ideas, your skills, your relationships. And he says to us, I trust you with this, build something good with it. You see, the mistake of the third servant made was in his mindset. He saw his coin as something to keep safe, not something to create with. Right? He said, what if I lose it? And that's a scarcity mindset. Right? The fear that if I give, I no more already, I have less. Listen, generosity is the opposite. It's faith that says, if I give, something good will grow. Now, the Bible says in Deuteronomy 8, verse 17, in the Message version, it says, if you start thinking to yourself, if I did all this all by myself, I'm rich, it's all mine. Well, think again. Remember that God, your God, gave you the strength to produce all this wealth. So, money isn't bad. Wealth isn't evil. Greed is. Money is just a tool. And God wants us to learn how to use that tool well, not to show off, but to build something meaningful. So there was a recent study here in Singapore by the National Youth Council, and they found that most youths your age actually save and invest. This is a good thing. But almost 80% say they still feel insecure about money. They're trying to do all the right things, but deep down inside, they still feel anxious about their future. And why? Because our culture teaches us that money equals safety. If I have more, I'm secure. If I have less, I'm at risk. But Jesus flips that thinking. He says security doesn't come from what's in your wallet or your bank account. It comes from who you trust. You see, the master didn't reward the one who kept the money safe. He rewarded the one who used what he had in faith. So you see, our wealth is like a seed. If you hold on too tightly to a seed, right, nothing happens, right? It stays small, it stays safe and dead. But if you plant that seed, it leaves your hand and something starts to grow. And that's what generosity is. You're not throwing something away, you're planting it for growth to happen. Now, I know most of you here, you're thinking, but I'm not rich yet. I don't even have a job yet. I'm still studying, I'm still a student. Now, that's fine, because this isn't about how much money you have right now. It's about how you see what's already in your hands. Your coins right now might not be your time. It might be you have abundance of energy or your skills. You might not have a salary, but you have creativity, you have influence, you have ideas and relationships. And if you can be generous with those things, helping a friend, serving in church, giving your best effort in school even, you are already living out this parable that Jesus is teaching. You see, generosity isn't just about giving away money. It's about creating good with what you have. So don't wait till you're older, richer to be generous. Start with what's already in your hands. If you have 24 hours a day, so does everyone else, right? But choose to give to someone who needs it. If you have talent, use it to bless other people, not just to impress others. If you have friends, be the one who encourage and uplift them. You see, you can't control how much you receive, but you can control how you see it and how you use it. So for all the youths here, I want to challenge you this week, right? Before you just spend money without thinking, or scroll, or save, or whichever it is, pause and ask this question, right? Am I using what I have to keep it safe or to make something good? You know what? Start small. Give a little. Serve someone else. Help without expecting anything back. Because every time you give, you will grow. And every time you build others up, God will build something in you. Now, point number 2 about generosity, right, is that generosity trains you to master what you have. See, verse 21, his master replied, excellent, you are a good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over a little, I'll put you in charge of much. Come, celebrate with me. Now, the master didn't praise them for being emotional. He praised them for being faithful, consistent, disciplined, and wise. And that's what generosity trains us to be. It shapes your discipline. It teaches you self-control. Now, here's the thing. Most of us actually don't have a wealth problem. we have a discipline problem. You know, we don't always know how to handle what's already in your hands. You see, there are 3 ways people get it wrong about giving, okay? The first one is some of us undergive. You know that moment when maybe it's your friend's birthday that is coming, and instead of chipping in for the gift, you think, if I don't, they won't notice one, right? Or when someone in school is struggling, but you think, someone else will help. I don't need to do anything. That's on your part undergiving. When we hold back because we are scared to lose a little comfort. Number 2, some of us, on the other end, overgive. You're the one who says yes to everything. You treat your friends, whole group of friends when you go out. You volunteer for every project out there. You help everyone until sometimes you get exhausted. Very sweet of you, but you end up burnt out, or worse, feeling unappreciated. And that's overgiving, giving without boundaries. Or number 3, some of us, we wait for a feeling. You know that moment when you scroll past, maybe, fundraiser or anything that you can help, right? A needy cause. And you think, but I never move, I don't feel like giving, right? If I'm more touched, then maybe I'll give. Or maybe when I have more money, then I'll be generous. Today, it's okay. Okay, that's giving based on mood, not a mindset. So here's the thing. Real generosity isn't based on feelings. It's based on intention. In the Bible, 2 Corinthians 9, verse 7, it says, everyone should give whatever they have decided in their heart. They shouldn't give with hesitation or because of pressure. God loves a cheerful giver. You see that word, decided? It means generosity isn't random. It's planned, it's thoughtful, it's consistent. And that's how you master what you have. You learn to use your time, money, and energy on purpose, not by impulse, by feeling. Now, how many of you know who is Bill Gates? The younger ones know, right? I know he's older, but he's still around, right? Now, he's the guy who founded Microsoft and became one of the richest people on earth even today. Now, a few years back, he posted on a website something really wild, and it's titled, 20 years to give away virtually all my wealth. I'm not talking about this random person, okay? I'm talking about someone who is one of the richest people in the world. And he announced that he plans to give away 99% of his wealth by 2045. And that's over US $200 billion. And he even said, by then, 2045, our foundation will close its doors. Okay, and no, it wasn't a sudden motivation to give or that something is going to happen to him, suddenly he respond. In fact, when Bill Gates and his wife Melinda started the Gates Foundation 25 years ago, they have been consistently giving money away, $100 billion to date, to help lower income communities, to provide education to those who couldn't afford. Now, think about that. You and I here, most people spend our whole lives trying to keep our money, right? Which is good, I encourage you to do that. But this man is spending his life trying to give it away. And that's inspiring. And when asked why, he mentioned another famous businessman from an essay paper that he read in the 1800s about a guy named Andrew Carnegie, who wrote a short essay called The Gospel of Wealth. And there's this line that says, the man who dies rich dies disgraced. And he believed that wealth should never be hoarded. It should be used to make the world better. You see, what inspired me about Bill Gates, right, wasn't just purely the amount of money he gave, even though that's very incredible, but that he made a decision about what his wealth is for. And that's the same mindset I want us to have today, whether you have, adult money or just allowance. Will you make a decision today on what your wealth is for or will be? Now, another interesting research. In 2021, a researcher named Zeynep Uygur, I hope I pronounced his name correctly, ran a study with a few hundred children to find out what really helps people be generous. And the study asked a simple question. When people feel tired or distracted, are they still generous? So here's what she did. The children were again split into 2 groups. One group did an easy task that didn't take any effort. The other group had to do really difficult tasks that require a lot of focus, a lot of control. And after that, both groups were given a chance to share what they had with another child, so to practice giving. And here's what she found. The kids who were mentally tired or drained gave less. And they were more likely to keep everything for themselves. But the kids who still had focus and still are able to have self-control gave more actually. So the research concluded that generosity and self-control are deeply connected. When our self-control is low, when our discipline is low, we act selfishly. When we are disciplined and focused, we think of others and we give. You see, generosity isn't just a feel-good act. It's a practice that builds character. And every time you give intentionally, you strengthen your ability to choose what's right, not what's easy. So one more study that is closer to home, right, to really bring across my point, okay? So in a 2023 report of 500 Singaporean youths, that they range age 16 to 35, okay, counted as youth. And they found that close to half of young adults say they rarely or never stick to a budget. Okay, don't look at your friends beside you, okay? I'll look at myself. And the top reasons are, number one, of course, as essential expenses are increasing. Number two, impulsive, unplanned purchases, 61%. Number three, of course, another one, non-essential expenses are increasing. This is just the world, okay? Now, number 4 and 5, lack of discipline, 44%, lack of motivation, 20%. You see, that's almost half of us here in the room saying, right, it's not that I don't have money. I just can't control it. Again, we don't have a wealth issue, we have a discipline issue. And that's why generosity is so powerful. Because generosity isn't just giving, it's actually training you. And every time you give with intention, you fight the part of you that acts on impulse. You learn to master your resources instead of being mastered by them. So what does it mean for us today? Youth, you may not have much income yet, or maybe some of you do have a lot of allowance, but you do have a pattern. And the habits you build now will shape your future. So if you're careless with your allowance now, you'll likely be careless with your salary later. If you plan, you save, you give with intention now, then you are building a foundation in your life that will last you a lifetime. So even with your pocket money, you can start practicing. Right? Maybe decide, I'll save 10%. If you haven't started saving at all, I'll give 10% and I'll plan the rest. Again, I want to emphasize this, it's not about the number, it's about the discipline. So generosity doesn't make you lose control, it helps you gain control. You start making every dollar, every hour, every gift count for something good. So here's the challenge this week. Pick one area in your life, whether it's your finances, your spending, your time, or your habits, and start tracking it. I would encourage you to do that. And ask yourself this question, am I using what I have on purpose or by impulse? You see, if you have never ever in your life budgeted your allowance, start today. If you never plan your giving, then start small. Set aside an amount when the week starts. Because when you give with purpose, you don't just bless others, you shape yourself. Generosity builds wisdom in you. How many want to be wise? Right? It builds focus in you and strength in you. And it trains you to master what is given to you. Now, number 3, generosity grows you into someone the world can trust. So let's return one last time to the story in Matthew 25, right? And after the master praises the 2 faithful servants, he says in verse 29, those who have much will receive more, and they will have more than they need. But as for those who don't have much, even the little bit they have will be taken away from them. No, at first, I struggled with this passage for quite a while when I was younger. That sounds so harsh. But again, remember, Jesus wasn't talking about money itself. He was talking about trust. When you prove faithful with small things, you become the kind of person God and others can trust with bigger things. You see, generosity doesn't just change how you see wealth. It doesn't just train your discipline. It builds your character. The kind of person others can rely on. So here's the thought. Because the world doesn't need any more rich people. It needs more responsible people. People who use what they have to make others' lives better. You see, when the master saw the servants who multiplied their coins, he didn't just see profits. He saw this person I can trust. He saw people who can be trusted with more. And that's what God is looking for in us too. When you are generous, you stop thinking how much I can keep. And you start asking how much good can I do with what I have. And that shift from keeping to creating is what maturity looks like. You see, wealth is not spending power. It's about responsibility power. You have a bigger role in the world. So when you're generous, you carry God's heart for people. You use what you have to build, not just buy everything you want. You have greater responsibility to care for this world. And I love this analogy. Many people think generosity is like a slice of cake. Right? Our life, our wealth is like a cake. And generosity means we have to cut one slice and give it away. Okay? But that is, again, coming from a limited mindset. Now, a better picture would be this. Imagine generosity as lighting a candle. And as you give, you light up other candles. You begin to give more light, more warmth to others, and you yourself are burning brightly. You see, the more generous you are, the more life flows through you. And that's why in the parable, the master says, those who have will receive more. Because God can trust generous people with bigger things. And this is true, okay? There's actually a fascinating study by researchers at the University of Notre Dame. And they found that generous people don't just make others happier, they actually experience more purpose, lower stress, and higher life satisfaction. Your body literally releases chemicals that creates heat. And the researchers call it the giver's glow. Literally, you are glowing. You see, when you make generosity your lifestyle, when you become generous, you literally light up the world around you. You become someone who brings peace, energy, and trust wherever you go. Generosity changes your inner chemistry, but most importantly, it shapes your character. So what does it mean for us today is that every act of generosity, whether it's big or small, trains your heart to be dependable. Youth, when you show up for a friend in need, when you help at home without being asked, when you give your allowance to bless someone else, you're not just doing good, you are becoming good. The kind of person people can count on. Your parents start trusting you more. Your friends can trust you more. Your leaders can trust you more. God can trust you more. Right? I mean, think about it, right? If you can't be trusted to handle $10 wisely, right? Would you be ready to, handle $100, $10,000? But if you learn to, handle small things well, you are preparing yourself for greater. I can trust you more. As a generosity grows your capacity, not just to give, but to lead, to love, and to make an impact. So this week, again, ask yourself, where can I start being trustworthy with what I have? It could be as simple as I need to start managing my allowance more wisely. I know holidays are coming. A lot of exciting things are, in store for you. But, hold back, plan wisely. Volunteering your time in a way that helps others consistently. Taking responsibility at home, in school, or in church. And when you do give, don't just give randomly. Or especially today I only got my leftover, how much? Okay, just this amount. Just 10 cents, just 20 cents. Be thoughtful. Now ask, how can I use what I have to make a lasting impact? Because generous people don't just give mindlessly, they build trust, they build communities, they build the world they want to live in. And when God sees what you do with that, he says, like what the master says, well done, good and faithful one. Because when you live generously, you become the kind of person God and the world can trust. So it's a very short message. And as we head into this giving season, right, I don't just want you to think about how much you can give. I want you to think about who you're becoming when you give. Because generosity isn't about losing, it's about growing. It's not only about how much leaves your wallet, leaves your bank account. It's about what starts changing inside your heart. You see, when Jesus told the story in Matthew 25, the master didn't praise the one who made the most profit. He praises the one who were faithful, the ones who did something with what they had. And that's what God values, not how much you earn, not status, not talent, but faithfulness. And you don't need to believe in Jesus right now to get this, right? Even science, we talk about so much, right? About our studies, right? Says that when you give, something inside you comes alive. Your brain releases chemicals that makes you happier and calmer. Your heart slows down calmer, right? You actually live longer. Because generosity isn't just about being nice. It's how we were designed to live. To be open-handed and not close-fisted. So I have this thought in the week, and I want to leave you with this question, right? Is that, I know, we are all still very young now. But this question is, at the end of your life, just imagine with me, would you rather be remembered as someone who have a lot when you die or gave a lot in your lifetime? Which life is more meaningful to you? You see, that's the giver's gift I'm talking about. It's not about accumulating more money. It's about more meaning, more peace in your life, more purpose, more significance.